G'day with the traders. I'm Roy, our Coach Destroy, and I'm here with Warnie.
Coach of the Warn Dogs.
And Calvin.
Coach of Calvinator.
Boys, it's a pretty happy Thursday night.
Isn't it ever? We're back. Thursday night teams are back.
Woo!
But that same old feeling of those outs was still there, and have a look at them.
Oh,
the rookie
boy.
outs were big, including Jai Farah, who's out with a quad. Highmore was in for a week. O'Connor was one gamer. Then the injuries as well. So Jack Bowes, hamstring. Andy Brayshaw, a couple of guys that have been very good this year, and I think they're forced. Well, they are forced trades now. You've got to go and move them on this week. So disappointing with that. But there were some ins that we can get a little bit excited about. And one of those might come into my team, and that's Zach Smith. More on him a little bit later. Cal, Ned Rees. Only one 70k player named for this week. He could be a worry for you, I reckon. But
I'll get out.
We've also got there. Got to worry about the Sunday teams and what are GWS doing with their rucks because Mummy's into the squad. Taylor Adams is back for
that's a big one.
Collingwood. Good for draft owners
big
there.
time. Yeah.
They've also named their Trent Bianco into the squad. 170k defender mid could be an option for us because he can rack up the pill.
Yeah.
But we'll know those teams at 5 o'clock on Friday afternoon. So now we've got our Thursday night teams back.
Yeah.
Those Sunday squads get trimmed at 5 o'clock on a Friday afternoon, so it's nice.
It just feels like the game
not
of
so
old.
blind.
Doesn't it ever?
Yeah, I
That's
absolutely
good.
love
Good
it.
to be back.
All right, now, heaps of trades going on, obviously, and they'll just be reversed and then triggered again now after knowing the teams, which is really nice. But you can see the top 5 traded in players there. There's a couple I want to highlight. Dusty Martin, he's someone that has to be considered at the moment. Absolute bargain. We were there to watch him firsthand the other day. He's such a good player. Now, he is so underpriced, but I pose a question to you. Would you prefer Dusty or someone else I consider massive value in Josh Kelly? So you'd have to pay $120,000 or so more.
Yep.
Kelly is coming off 300s in a row. I think Dusty's last 100 was in about round 2.
You're taking Kelly.
Yeah, Kelly.
I think you're taking Kelly, but as you said,
the
that
120K.
extra price.
Yeah.
And that's the problem at the moment. Our cash, our generation's not
Yeah.
totally there. Cash generation, or actually the ability to trade rookies down and move that way could be the way to go. That 120k could be handy.
Yeah,
Very
now
handy.
the third most traded in player is Jordan Ridley, who
Like
I
it.
think is one of the absolute bargains of the competition. But a question I keep getting on Twitter is who would you actually prefer out of Ridley and Caleb Daniel, boys?
Oh, out of smile.
They're about the same price.
I've had Caleb Daniel, and I don't like bringing in a player that I've had before.
Agree.
He dropped the 20 on my head, and I don't like that. So it's Ridley, and he's a bomber.
Yeah, and I think the fact that Ridley is a safer role, he doesn't get thrown forward, and he
Agreed.
hasn't been tagged yet like
Agreed.
Daniel. Yeah, I think that is probably the right answer. Now, someone I just want to flag at 481 as a real bargain of the competition is Isaac Heaney. It's easy to forget that he's averaged 100 on 3 occasions before. He's under 500,000. And that is why I'm looking to consider bringing him in this week. Now, I'm looking to get rid of some rookies that are doing nothing for me on the bench, the Red Dog rookies. And I'm looking at trading out Atu and McRae, and that would mean bringing in Heaney. And at this stage, I'm looking at Bianco if he makes the cut.
Right. Well, the Warn Dogs, I am sick of Riley O'Brien. As
Fair
about
enough.
10% of the
Luxury
time, it's very luxury, but it still lets me get rid of a rookie off my field. So I'm going to go him to Zach Smith, and then I'm going to Ridley. So he's turning into Ridley, essentially. That's what I'm calling it.
Don't you think Smith is basically a rookie in this situation?
Well, he's going to be all right. He's going to be the solo ruck, you would think.
Okay, fair.
And he should be all right. Number 1 ruck, anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, it's time to listen to some decent trades. And I am doing this based off buy structure. Right. Okay, so I am going Cow and CJ to the value of Dusty and the Riddler.
Gee, that's nice.
Yeah,
It's nice.
and that
Two good
it
names
is,
to
and it
buy.
actually sets up my buy structure.
See, this is a mature cow. He would have chased Mitch Duncan at top price and some other
rookie that'll never play again.
Times have changed and Cow's grown up.
Cow's going for a cap.
Time to check out the captains, and there are the top 5. And I'm looking at a bit of a smoky there at number 3 in Ollie Wines against Collingwood. His form has been great, and he should dominate them. But at number 1, we wish we all had him. We talk about Mitch Duncan going at 133 in his last 4 against the Suns, who are now, you ready for this? Easiest for midfielders over the last 5 weeks compared to Collingwood.
Wow.
Think about GMHBA Stadium.
It is going to be
man,
awesome down there. And of course, Macrae as well. Like St Kilda giving up heaps in the last few weeks. They've given up 120 plus scores in the last 3 weeks.
Field day.
Under the roof, he should be woohoo.
He will be my skipper, Roy.
Yeah.
We're going to have to go there. We had a 67 last week.
Well, you just follow the
This
list
is
on.
hard to recover from.
All right.
Follow the list.
We
will
had
be
2
right.
cracks at that.
We did.
And we got a 60.
Follow everything on social media so that you're across it. And remember, the rolling lockout will be in place still
going,
for the
yeah.
rest of the season. But at least we know our teams.
Yeah.
Unless
So
Chris
good.
Scott goes and messes things up.
Well, there's an asterisk, yeah.